Michael Jordan is more than a basketball legend. He is a cultural icon who defined an era. From his incredible work ethic to his competitive fire, MJ's influence extends far beyond the court. Known for his gravity-defying dunks, game-winning shots, and relentless drive to be the best, Jordan became the face of the National Basketball Association during the 1990s. But his story is about more than just sports. He transcended basketball to become a symbol of excellence, breaking barriers in business, fashion, and even international diplomacy. Whether it was his championship runs with the Chicago Bulls, his unforgettable flu game, or his impact on the global growth of basketball, Michael Jordan changed the game in ways no one could have imagined. Join us as we take a deep dive into his life, career, and legacy, exploring what made MJ the greatest of all time. Make sure to subscribe to this channel as we break down the greatest moments, behind-the-scenes stories, and insights into his remarkable journey, because MJ's influence is timeless. 1. The early years. Formative days and growing up in North Carolina. Michael Jordan's journey began long before he hit the national spotlight. Growing up in Wilmington, North Carolina, he faced the challenges of being the youngest of 5 siblings. His natural athleticism was evident early on, but it wasn't always smooth sailing. In high school, he faced rejection from his varsity basketball team as a sophomore, an experience that ignited a fire within him. Rather than being discouraged, Michael used this setback as motivation, working tirelessly on his game until he was the star player. His relentless pursuit of excellence caught the attention of college scouts, and soon he would land at the University of North Carolina under legendary coach Dean Smith. As a freshman, he hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 National Collegiate Athletic Association Championship, marking the first of many clutch performances. Those early years in North Carolina were crucial in shaping MJ's mindset. They taught him that talent alone wasn't enough. It was about commitment, resilience, and using failure as fuel for success. These lessons would serve him well throughout his career. As a young boy, Michael was often found in his backyard working on his jump shot, perfecting the fundamentals that would become his trademark. He wasn't just focused on basketball, either. He played a variety of sports, including baseball and football, all of which helped shape his incredible athleticism. The combination of support from his family and his own determination created a foundation that would lead him to greatness. His time in North Carolina forged a competitive spirit that would define his NBA career. It was during these formative years that Jordan developed his laser-sharp focus and mental toughness. 2. The rise to NBA stardom. A rookie's impact. Michael Jordan entered the National Basketball Association in 1984 with the Chicago Bulls as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, but it didn't take long for him to make his presence felt. In his first season, he won the National Basketball Association Rookie of the Year award, thanks to his electrifying playstyle and ability to dominate the court. He brought an excitement to the game that hadn't been seen in years. His signature dunks, quick footwork, and ability to score from anywhere on the floor made him an instant fan favorite. But beyond his highlight reel plays, Jordan's competitive drive set him apart. He wasn't satisfied with being just a scorer. He wanted to be the best all-around player. With each season, his game grew, and so did the expectations. Despite his individual success, the Bulls were still struggling to make an impact in the playoffs. It was clear that Michael Jordan's greatness could elevate the league, but his team needed to catch up. His first years in the National Basketball Association were the foundation for the dominant force he would soon become, and the pressure to lead his team to a championship grew with every game. Jordan's work ethic in those early years was unmatched. He was known for staying late after practice, working on his shooting and conditioning, always striving for perfection. His ability to elevate the play of his teammates began to show as he pushed them to meet his high standards. Even early in his career, MG was notorious for his mental toughness, refusing to let losses define him. His relentless pursuit of greatness quickly began to transform the Bulls into an up-and-coming powerhouse. Jordan's rookie year was just the beginning of what would become a legendary career, and every game he played was a step toward becoming the best to ever play the game. 3. Championship glory. Building the Chicago Bulls dynasty. The turning point in Michael Jordan's career came when he finally found the right support around him. The addition of Hall of Fame coach Phil Jackson in 1989 and the rise of key players like Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant turned the Chicago Bulls into a formidable team. Jordan's relentless training and commitment to winning set the tone for the entire franchise. In 1991, they captured their first National Basketball Association championship, defeating the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals. This victory marked the beginning of a dynasty. Over the next 8 years, MJ and the Bulls would go on to win 6 championships, each one adding to his already growing legacy. His game evolved during this stretch. He became a better playmaker, defender, and leader. The iconic three-peat, achieved from 1991 to 1993, was a testament to his ability to elevate his game in high-pressure situations. Jordan was no longer just a player, he was the face of the NBA, and his competitiveness and success would inspire generations of athletes. His performances during these championships solidified his reputation as the most clutch player in the history of the sport. Jordan's fierce drive to win, combined with his ever-evolving game, allowed the Bulls to dominate their competition in ways few could imagine. It wasn't just about scoring points, it was about making every play count, and Jordan's ability to rise to the occasion in the biggest moments of each final series cemented his place in NBA history. Off the court, Jordan's growing stature turned the Bulls into a global phenomenon, with fans from all corners of the world tuning in to watch the dynasty unfold. By the end of the 1990s, Michael Jordan's name had become synonymous with excellence, and his legacy was well on its way to becoming legendary. 4. The first retirement. A new chapter in baseball. In 1993, just as the Chicago Bulls were dominating the National Basketball Association, tragedy struck with the untimely murder of Michael's father, James Jordan Sr. This devastating loss led Michael to step away from basketball, seeking solace in the game of baseball. His first foray into professional sports took him to the Birmingham Barons, a Double-A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. Although Jordan was not an immediate success on the diamond, his determination was unmistakable. His brief career in baseball was a testament to his unwavering work ethic and desire to challenge himself in new ways. However, the call of basketball was too strong to ignore. In 1995, Michael Jordan made his highly anticipated return to the National Basketball Association, sending shockwaves throughout the sports world. He famously announced his return with a simple, yet powerful two-word statement: "I'm back." His return was a reminder that Jordan could never truly be away from the game he had mastered, and his comeback would signal the start of yet another incredible chapter in his legendary career. 5. The second three-peat. Unstoppable and unmatched. Michael Jordan's second stint with the Chicago Bulls was nothing short of historic. After his return to the National Basketball Association in 1995, MJ's determination to reclaim his title was evident. The 1996 season saw the Bulls form one of the most dominant teams in National Basketball Association history, and with Jordan at the helm, they captured another championship. Jordan, now older but more seasoned, was better than ever. His refined leadership, improved passing ability, and enhanced defensive skills turned the Bulls into an unstoppable force. They secured 3 more consecutive championships in 1996, 1997, and 1998, making it 2 perfect three-peats under his leadership. His competitiveness and ability to perform in clutch moments became his trademark. The 1997 Finals, where he hit the game-winning shot against the Utah Jazz in Game 5, and his performance in the flu game of the 1997 Finals, were proof that Jordan could not only dominate, but thrive under the most intense pressure. His second three-peat solidified his status as one of the greatest to ever play the game. 6. The legacy beyond basketball. Building a brand and becoming a business mogul. Michael Jordan's influence extended far beyond the basketball court. He was one of the first athletes to truly recognize the power of his brand. His partnership with Nike to create the Air Jordan sneaker line in 1985 revolutionized sports marketing and sneaker culture. The Air Jordan brand became an iconic symbol, not only in basketball, but in fashion and pop culture. Jordan's keen business sense led him to invest in various ventures, including his stake in the Charlotte Hornets, which made him the first former National Basketball Association player to own a majority stake in a team. He became a global ambassador, representing brands like Gatorade, Hanes, and McDonald's. His ability to capitalize on his success and expand his brand into other industries set the stage for future athletes to follow. His financial empire continues to grow, and his business acumen is as much a part of his legacy as his basketball achievements. Michael Jordan proved that athletes could be entrepreneurs and that a legacy could be built both on and off the court. 7. The 1992 Dream Team, defining global basketball. Michael Jordan's place in history was solidified not only through his National Basketball Association dominance, but also through his contribution to the global growth of basketball. The 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona marked the first time professional National Basketball Association players were allowed to compete, and the US Dream Team quickly became the most dominant sports team in history. Jordan, along with fellow stars like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Charles Barkley, helped the team crush opponents, winning every game by an average of over 40 points. Jordan's role on the Dream Team was pivotal. His presence helped elevate the global perception of basketball and spread the sport to countries all over the world. The Dream Team's success sparked an international basketball boom, particularly in Europe and Asia. For Jordan, it was another opportunity to prove that he was the best player on the planet. His time with the Dream Team not only cemented his legacy, but also helped transform the National Basketball Association into a global powerhouse, with young players around the world looking up to MG as their inspiration. 8. The rivalries that defined an era. Battles with Reggie Miller, Isaiah Thomas, and the Bad Boys. Michael Jordan's career wasn't just defined by his championships, it was also defined by his rivalries. One of his most intense was with the Detroit Pistons and their infamous Bad Boys team in the late 1980s and early 1990s. The Pistons, led by Isaiah Thomas, used physicality and intimidation to try to slow down Jordan, even employing a strategy called the Jordan Rules to limit his effectiveness. However, Jordan's will and skill were too much to handle, and he eventually broke through, leading the Bulls to back-to-back championships in 1991 and 1992. Another rivalry that defined his career was with Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers. Miller's Pacers were a constant thorn in Jordan's side during the mid-1990s, particularly during the 1998 Eastern Conference Finals. These rivalries were crucial in shaping MJ's legacy. His ability to overcome these challenges showed not only his talent, but his mental toughness. Jordan's rivalries became the stuff of legend, and each encounter elevated the stakes of his career, creating some of the most exciting and memorable moments in National Basketball Association history. 9. The global influence, basketball's reach across continents. Michael Jordan wasn't just a global ambassador for his brand, he was a global ambassador for the sport of basketball itself. His success on the court and his growing presence in global advertising made basketball more popular than ever before. Michael Jordan's reach was evident everywhere, from the crowded courts of China, where his influence was instrumental in growing the National Basketball Association popularity, to the streets of Africa, where young players idolized him and dreamed of following in his footsteps. His success inspired countless international players to come to the V, and his impact in countries like Spain, Argentina, and the Philippines continues to shape basketball culture. Jordan's 1992 Dream Team appearance helped solidify his status as a global ambassador of the game. By the time he retired, basketball had become a worldwide phenomenon, and Michael Jordan was the face of that transformation. His impact on the game was felt not only in America, but in every corner of the globe, helping shape the National Basketball Association into the international brand it is today. 10. The return to the NBA. The Washington Wizards chapter. After retiring from basketball for the second time in 1999, Michael Jordan shocked the sports world by returning to play for the Washington Wizards in 2001 at the age of 38. Although he was no longer in his prime, Jordan's competitive spirit remained unmatched. While the Wizards didn't enjoy the same level of success as the Bulls, Jordan still proved he could perform at a high level. He led the Wizards to playoff contention, even at an age when most athletes are nearing the end of their careers. He played for 2 seasons in Washington, averaging 20 points per game and showing flashes of the greatness he had displayed during his Bulls years. Jordan's time with the Wizards was a bittersweet chapter in his career. While it wasn't the championship-filled conclusion many had hoped for, it was a reminder that even in the twilight of his career, Michael Jordan still had the heart and talent to compete at the highest level. His return was a testament to his passion for the game and his unyielding drive to be the best. Michael Jordan didn't just change the game of basketball, he revolutionized the way we look at sports and greatness. His relentless pursuit of excellence, unmatched work ethic, and legacy of championships are etched into the very fabric of sports culture. From his days at University of North Carolina to his iconic moments with the Chicago Bulls, Jordan's impact will forever resonate across generations of athletes and fans alike. He taught us the value of perseverance, leadership, and the heart of a champion. Thanks for taking this journey through the life and career of MG with us. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on the deeper stories, rare insights, and powerful lessons from the greatest to ever play the game. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always up to date on our latest content. Keep striving for greatness, just like MG did.